Previously on Camp Bennett.
We're going to get after it. We're going to have the big eye in the sky, and it don't lie.
Josh, you got to talk.
They always find some way to get us.
It's 5 o'clock Coastal Carolina time, 5:01, something like that. But this is definitely the grind part of camp.
I mean, them three guys right there, we can win the championship with him. We can win it 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 with him.
Everyone has a bad day at the office. In football, there's nowhere to hide if things aren't going your way, especially in the trenches. For 14 days, the Chanticleer's offense and defense have been beating each other up. On the final two-a-day morning practice, it was the defense getting the upper hand and the O-line drawing the ire of David Bennett.
Well, you look like dying dadgum whales. You're better than that. You're better than that. Who's the leader of the group? How about somebody step up? I didn't hear somebody saying jack crap. Come out here with a better attitude tonight, because guess what? This one's gone. You don't get it back. You don't get it back.
Just 2 days earlier, the offensive staff agreed in a meeting that junior Tim Franklin will be a key to the Lions' success. Franklin has been pushed throughout camp, working not only in his starting position of right tackle, but at both guard positions as well as center.
We are not in game shape. You think you're bad, and you're not yet. You're not. If you're a lineman right now when you're in game shape, raise your hand. Let me see. Let me see who's in the tip-top shape. Tim, you're probably in better shape than any offensive lineman, and you ain't there yet.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what, that's what makes it fun. That's all it is to it, you know. Been here for 4 years, it's going on my 4th season, so I pretty much know the offense like the back of my hand. It's coming along real good, it's not too bad, learning each spot. So it really, not necessarily stressful, but makes it real fun.
The unsung heroes of football don't see their names in the paper or close-ups on TV, but when they do their job, the end result is usually good.
Turnabout fair play, huh?
I don't know if it was what we ate the morning before, but we were all sick, and the running backs, especially Whitener, he was one of the first ones I saw that really got behind us and was like, come on, next practice, you make it up for it. Everybody was tired. It wasn't just y'all, it was us. So they were taking up for us, the offense was, and the defense too.
Go do what you got to do with your people, you understand? Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. Ready? Get out of here. You're men now. You ain't mama's babies.
There have been 2 words that have become the core covenant of Coastal Carolina football: selfless and discipline. The mantra extends beyond the football field. Following the final 2-a-day practice of camp, discipline was about to rear its ugly head.
My moped bandits. I got 2 moped bandits. What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you? What did I tell you? If you ride the moped on 544, we got one even worse. Perkinson on 544, Childers on 501. So for the moped guys, we got to teach you about the big trucks that are out there. We got a big truck tire we're going to be doing some flipping with. And we got a sled that's weighted. Y'all 2 going to alternate on it. We're going to have a little fun and remind you. Stay off of the main road.
Flipping a giant tire and pushing over 100 pounds on a sled is grueling enough. But factor in over 4 hours of practice and 14 days of camp, and you've got a punishment that clearly sent a message to tight end Jamie Childers and long snapper Jamie Perkinson.
I want to be going to your graduation. Being with you when you're dang draft day. I want to be there for good things. Not going to a dead blame funeral. You got 4 yards to go.
Let's go. You're done after this. Let's go. Push it.
Can we count on you when you're tired?
Let's go. 1 more yard.
There you go. Control yourself. Control yourself.
Good luck finding another CCU player riding the highways on a moped.
I will never ride a moped on the highway again. Oh my God. My legs feel numb.
You kind of understand why Coach did that? Ultimately caring about you and all?
Yeah, I do. I'll take the extra work. It's only going to make me better. That's right.
The CCU football offices are on the 3rd floor of Atkins Fieldhouse. Elevators are only to be used on Fridays and Saturdays.
Elevator boys, stay with me. That elevator's on game day, on Friday before the game. You understand? You know who you are. That'd be Will Middleton, that'll be Caleb Dees, and that'll be Andrew Parsons. Stay with me. Think you're gonna be slick? I can be slick. Time to get to halftime. You're halfway there. You're halfway there, Caleb.
He's stopping. He's stopping.
Oh no.
Well, I don't think I'll ever ride the elevator again. Never. Marriott, it don't matter. No more elevator. Learn my lesson.
No more elevator.
Even on game day, I'm gonna take the stairs.
What?
You will see Harsh tomorrow if we drag in the heat in full gear. You will see Harsh. I can bet your sweet rear end you will see Harsh. You'll see it, touch it, smell it, all of it. You understand? So you better go tonight hydrating and get your mind right.
The players got the message loud and clear for the final workout of camp.
Boy, you're on fire today. You had more today than you have in your whole career.
Just one day after some serious tough love, there was praise as the camp came to a close.
We took a little step today.
I would say it went smooth compared to the years before. It felt like it was dragged out 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but we had a blast this time.
With classes less than 12 hours away, the final activity of camp was the annual talent show. Every newcomer to the Coastal football program was required to come up with some kind of skit, and the new coaches weren't spared.
Blue Ridge Mountain, it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
Singing was the second most popular kind of performance. The runaway hit of talent night was a bevy of Coach Bennett impressions.
Who went first? Who went first? I heard a boo. I heard a boo. Rich, go somewhere.
What are we doing the rest of the day?
Oh, we got an action-packed day. Action-packed day. Matter of fact, close out. 30 seconds. I'm Coach Bennett. This is Coastal Carolina. And these is 3 great young men. They're going to be truly blessed here at Coastal Carolina.
15 days of nothing but football were over. The Chanticleers have a new routine. The athletes are adding student to their title. This episode of Camp Bennett is brought to you with limited commercial interruption from C.L. Benton & Sons and Osprey Marina. Thanks to the Benton family for supporting the Coastal Carolina football program.
Come get that relaxed Creek Rats attitude on the Marsh Walk in Merle's Inlet and overlooking Celebration Lake on South Cashua in Florence.
In 2001, Coastal Carolina had an enrollment of just over 5,000. Today, thanks in part to the birth of Chanticleer football, there are over 8,000 on campus. And among the student population, there are 85 who hope to be a part of CCU football as a walk-on The Chanticleers used to have 125 players on its roster, but the athletic department took away 25 spots to meet Title IX requirements. David Bennett shared that reality during the walk-on meeting.
We've never been this low, ever. For Title IX, men's sports, women athletes, we got to get it all in kilter. Everybody understand that? So don't go out there and don't go over here and jump off this porch right here and say, man, I don't think I'm going to get to be on the team this fall.
2 of the 10 spots are already accounted for. Linebacker Derek Frazier and wide receiver Chris Presley are redshirting to get academic affairs in order. With 8 spots available, many in the room will have to wait until the spring when 16 more spots open up.
We got to get some linemen. Son, you looking pretty good size. Can you run and chew gum at the same time? Can you pat your head and rub your stomach? Let me see. No, you rubbing them both? Son, you didn't pass the test.
Walk-on tryouts are worth the staff's time. Not too long ago, Adrian Sullivan was at the walk-on meeting and has worked his way from earning a spot on the roster to earning major playing time.
It's a long road, but you got to work hard, be fast, be strong. You got to prove to the coaches, once you get that one chance that you got to do good, You just got to prove it.
Marcus Whitener was also a walk-on and has made the improbable journey from Coastal's developmental squad, called Devo by the staff, to #1 on the depth chart at running back, thanks to an outstanding summer camp.
Until you make a play, you won't get any respect. Like, even if you're on scholarship here, it's like until you make a play, you're not gonna get any respect. So after I started making plays last year, and I started getting a little respect. But then this year, I've been making a lot of plays. So they've come around with the respect.
Scrimmage number 3 found a new opponent, one that can beat down the Alabama Crimson Tide, even the Super Bowl champion New Orleans Saints. A Wednesday 4 p.m. scrimmage brought a heat index of 112 degrees to Brooks Stadium, and the players were feeling the effects.
We got to pick it up out here a little bit, though. It's a little hot, but we got to get through it. We'll be good, though.
I want you great.
I ain't out there dragging. You ain't see me out there dragging.
But I want you great. You like,
woo! I feel good. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Rick. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I definitely know this is my last shot, and and it's getting closer to West Virginia, and my energy is just going up because I just can't wait to go out there and start playing my senior season.
All right, we're not used to that heat, are we, babe?
That's great.
He's great.
Trying to get some air.
Senior wide receiver Markel Willis had a 36-yard touchdown catch in the scrimmage. With classes now underway, Willis and his teammates begin the balance of student along with athlete. Living in an off-campus apartment with a non-football player as a roommate, thoughts about the playbook and making a big catch, they're on the back burner.
When they say football players can't cook, this is a false statement. This is just a rumor. It's not true. We can't cook. We just choose not to.
If Willis makes catches like this during the season, he'll be a big man on campus. But that won't stop him from cooking some fish and rice at home and getting 2 hours of reading in for his history class.
A lot of people look at us like, oh, you're athletes, you don't do your schoolwork. A lot of guys take that as a challenge too. So we want to show we do our schoolwork too.
If you're looking for the definition of a student athlete, look no further than Marcus Lott.
Several of the players and Coach David Bennett have joined us up top in the press box as we continue our Palmetto Pigskin Tour with our stop at Coastal Carolina.
You got great grades. What motivates you to do everything and to do everything great?
Pretty much just coming from the situation that I come from, and knowing that and seeing all the mistakes that people ahead of me have made, and knowing that I need to correct from those mistakes, and basically trying to be the best I could be in life.
Lott grew up around negative influences in Union, South Carolina, but has always steered clear of trouble. With a 3.8 GPA, Marcus wants to work with kids at the middle school level following a master's degree so he can help steer kids in the right direction of life.
It's amazing, man. Just thinking back to when I was young, I probably never thought I would be at this situation right now, but I'm just blessed and glad to be here.
Can you paint a picture of what your life would be like if you went down the other road, seeing what you saw?
Probably be locked up. Probably would have children already. everything down that road looked bad, real bad.
The junior is making the move from defensive back to safety and doesn't mind the challenge of learning something new.
Marcus is a very intelligent young man. He definitely wants to study the game. I mean, a student of the game, he's it. But one thing, he has got to know everything that's going on. So he asks a ton of questions. It doesn't matter if it's black and white. He's going to turn right around and say, but what happens here?
Academics do not take a back seat, despite how important every moment of practice is to prepare for the season. Thanks to a lightning delay on day 17, practice was pushed back, but that doesn't give Brian Brooks a free pass to miss class. The offensive lineman is on the move to get to anatomy class.
It's kind of hard not to go out to practice for 20 minutes and have to leave, you know.
But this is life as a student athlete right now. It's just reality.
Hustle and bustle. I got about 12 minutes to get to my class, and I'm just now getting out of my clothes. So, shower time, and I'll be late to my first class.
This isn't some coast class. I mean, anatomy, you got to really get in your mindset here.
Oh yeah, this is definitely one of the hardest classes I'll probably take here at Coastal. I'm taking that and nutrition this year, which is supposed to be another really hard class. So, I'm gonna have to keep my heads in the books and do good on the field as well. So.
For the newcomers, there's academics, and then there's mastering Coastal Carolina's playbook.
73 Bosch.
Josh Painter is one of CCU's student managers and knows the offense inside and out.
The message gets relayed from the box, from Coach Brown, through me to the offensive skill guys. Zach will get the call. He'll call out what he needs to the offensive line, and then it's a pretty quick process, and then it's bam, it's go from there.
But this is where our all-access pass comes to an end.
A delay. Right off. Because even though it's all access, Rich, you know, we got to keep a couple things secret there because, you know, our opponents will get on the internet. And in the world we live in now, it's all technical, so I'm sure they got guys on the internet scouring all over, just trying to see the back scenes of our camp.
Sometimes he'll be the point man, and in other games, he'll be a decoy.
I know there was one team in our conference that was kind of notorious for stealing signs and that kind of thing. So you got to kind of disguise things so they don't know who's sending in the signal and that kind of thing. So we just gotta mix it up.
Zach Hayes has coaching in his blood. His father, Jackie, just won his 200th career game as Dylan High's head coach and has won back-to-back 2A state championships in South Carolina. Being around coaching his entire life, Zach has the knack for being invaluable to the entire coaching staff at Coastal.
The thing that impresses me more about Zach Hayes than anything is his willingness to serve. He's the first one to go volunteer to pick up a snack, first one to volunteer to stay and clean up, first one to volunteer to do anything you need him to do, and that's the sign to me of a great person. And whatever he chooses to do, he's going to be very successful at, and we're very proud to have Zach Hayes as part of our staff here at Coastal.
When we last checked in on Rashid Gauze, he was checking on his grades to see if he was eligible for his senior season. The Conway running back needed 2 C's from his summer school classes. He received 1 C, but his communications class, that grade is still in limbo. At issue was a missing paper that ultimately was resolved. Now, the final word comes from Coastal Carolina's provost just days before the opener against West Virginia.
I got a level head. I thank my parents for that, you know. And, yeah, I've been practicing hard because who knows, this could be my last day of practice today, you know. So I'm going to go hard every day, every time I touch the ball, every time I be in. I'm going to be live. I'm going to help everybody out there so they know what they got to do. I'm just going to be the backbone of the team, whether I'm there or not, you know, but I'm counting on them to be there, so that's why I'm working hard.
Like he's been doing for the better part of 2 weeks, he'll stay patient and wait and treat every carry like it's his last. Camp Bennett, all access at CCU Training Camp, is brought to you with limited commercial interruption from the Britton Law Firm. A special thanks to Tommy Britton and his partners, Mary Madison Britton Langway, Preston Britton, and Case Britton, for their support of Coastal Carolina football.
On behalf of RBC Bank, we hope you're enjoying this episode of Camp Bennett.
Bidding for the RBC Cup would like to take this time to thank our sponsors for raising over $28,000 for the Myrtle Beach Haven.
It's been a privilege to captain the USA team over the last 2 years in the RBC Cup against Team Canada. Join us again this March as we again take on our friendly Canadians in the RBC Cup. Proceeds go to the Myrtle Beach Haven.
Come get that relaxed Creek Rats attitude on the Marsh Walk in Merle's Inlet and overlooking Celebration Lake on South Cashua in Florence.
For the past 3 scrimmages, the sound system at Brooks Stadium has been blaring to get Coastal ready for a rowdy crowd in Morgantown, West Virginia.
That noise don't even bother me. It don't bother the team. We still do our thing one day, one play after the other. It don't matter.
Gotta get used to noise. Got to, because there's gonna be a lot of noise in West Virginia. So just gotta get ready for it.
I belong West Virginia, mountain high.
This will be the 3rd time the Chanticleers face an opponent from a BCS conference. Why has Coastal faced the likes of Clemson, Penn State, and now West Virginia? It's all about dollars and cents. CCU will get a $450,000 payday to go to Morgantown. The Chanticleers were outscored 115-13 in their losses in Death Valley and Happy Valley. It goes without saying that CCU opens the season as overwhelming underdogs.
The thing is about going to West Virginia this year is we're just going up there. We're playing against ourselves in the game, man. We just no crowd in it, but I'm pretty sure we're going to hear them, but we're just going out there to play football.
In 2009, Zach McDowell had 9 touchdown passes and 11 interceptions. The senior knows that a stellar performance at quarterback will lead to a turnaround season in 2010 all the way around. McDowell has given his teammates a glimpse of what the future may hold when he gets a hot hand and showcased it once again during a 2-minute drill in scrimmage number 4.
He had a good camp all summer. Since the summer started. Everything been good. Offense starting to click right now. We getting ready for the season, baby. Ready.
Following the scrimmage, team, group, and individual pictures were on the to-do list. Players always get antsy on picture day and let loose during the media session.
You see this face? I mean, I just scored.
Andre Jacobs is nicknamed Jingling, coined by Coach Bennett from the Bernie Mac character in the movie Life. And make no mistake, Jacobs is a character. Coaches and teammates let Jingling make all the jokes he wants, because when he's on the field, the linebacker flies to the ball and punishes whoever is in front of him.
When that kind of satisfaction I get, when I bust them, everybody around me get excited, man. That's what I bring to the defense. I mean, I bring the laughter, but at the same time, that's my way of getting everybody pumped up. Because I'm not like the fastest guy. Even though I'm fast, I'm not the fastest guy on the team. But, I mean, I can lay the wood a little bit now.
Following photos at Fan Appreciation Day, the players and coaches sign autographs for the CCU faithful. There's been one fan who's been elevated to honorary coach status. Ken Hunter invited David Bennett to church one day, and ever since, a special friendship has extended to the entire CCU football family.
He started out helping us video, and he was upstairs. You remember, Ken? You got upstairs and did the camera on top of the scoreboard. But the players, all the seniors came and said, can we get him on the field? He needs to be on the field with us, coach. So they requested him to come to the field. And so he's been on the field ever since.
The friendships I've had with all these players, you can't ask for a better group of guys to be around. I know there's nothing they wouldn't do would not do for me, and same for them. I'd give my right arm to do this, and I'm sure they would probably do the same for me.
Family is the word that truly defines Coastal Carolina football, and the family business is winning football games. And like the economy, recession has hit the Coastal Carolina football program. David Bennett is hoping that he has to buy a bigger ring case.
As we move forward, we want to bring greatness back to this university and further on, not just make the playoffs, but get in the playoffs, host the playoffs, right here at Brooks Stadium on Benton Field in Adkins Fieldhouse. That's our dream and our vision to take it to another level.
Sometimes there's bickering. Sometimes there's tough love. and tough times, but that's what happens in a family. In the end, a strong bond has been formed. Opponents and outside influences will try and break that bond.
Man, everybody's like brothers now. It's a better atmosphere. Maybe it's because of the new field house and the new coaches and everything, but everything just seems new and fresh, and we're just ready to play ball.
On the very first day, David Bennett asked his team to bleed teal. Is teal blood thicker than water? That question will be answered over 11 Saturdays in the fall.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Once again.
Once again.
We came to fight.
We came to fight.
We came to win.
We came to win.
In this game.
In this game.
We'll give our all.
We'll give our all.
They will try.
They will try.
But they will fall.
But they will fall.
Tried and true.
Tried and true.
For CCU.
For CCU.
We know we're real.
We know we're real.
Soon they will too.
Soon they will too.
Just leave it all.
Just leave it all.
On this field.
On this field.
That's one more fight.
That's one more fight.
And our field.
And our field.
And 9-10.
And 9-10.
After we kill.
After we kill.
Our field.
Our field.
A black and tan.
A black and tan.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Black team.
I just know for a fact that these guys are truly something special.
Camp Bennett was brought to you by Creek Rats, the Britton Law Firm, C.L. Benton & Sons in Osprey Marina, RBC Bank, and HTC, title sponsor of the David Bennett Show, Sundays at noon, right here on News Channel 15.
What's all this?
Sammy challenged Gil to a race.
If you want to call it that. Ha!
Does Gil know?
Know what? Uh-oh.
Sammy's been supercharged.
Supercharge your internet with HTC Net Racer with up to 8 megabits per second downloads for only $28.95 per month for the first 6 months.
Okay, Sammy. Let's see what you got.